Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome, everybody. Hi, Capricorn. Got a mid-March reading for you, Capricorn. Remember to let me know where you're from. Hold on, let me just put the thingy-majiggy up. I always forget. Perfecto. Thank you, guys. Welcome, welcome. Let's get a good shuffling for Capricorn for mid-March. End of Pisces season, beginning of Aries season, 20th of March. Mercury's in Pisces. The sun's getting ready to move into Aries. Got a mid-month reading for Capricorn. Remember, guys, to give the video a thumbs up. One question, one card, 1111 at PayPal Ruby Reads Tarot. And to book a reading, it is www.rubyreadstarot.com. Let's get some cards for the fabulous sign of Capricorn. I hope you've all been well, Capricorn. There's a lot of messages that were coming through for you. And I want to get into the reading a bit more before I get into them because it was a lot to do with feeling. And so I don't want to talk about it and draw those cards in. I want to see what comes up for you guys. I hope you've all been well. You don't have to be a Capricorn for this reading to resonate. Everyone's welcome here. Cross watchers and all. Remember to check your sun, moon, and rising sign, guys. I always like to check my Venus sign for any love messages also. Oh, that was a lot of resistance, but we have this message. Four of Swords. Capricorn. There's a real need to rest. There's a need to pull back. There's a need to stop exerting so much effort. Stop trying so hard. Let things happen. And I think a really good way to put this is Pisces season is very much about the manifestation that takes place outside of the practical application that happens here in the Matrix. So, having said that, Pisces season is one of those seasons where we kind of have to plug out of the Matrix to let the rest of the manifestation happen, i.e. certain steps and messages that come through our dream state. And sometimes it's super necessary to wind down, unplug, and get some rest so that you can get the messages. I think you need to quiet your mind and get to somewhere that's quite quiet around you. Five of Swords. Put the swords down, pick your battles, Capricorn. Not everything needs to be a battle at the moment. I don't think this is the time for it. Pisces season is a season of rounding up cycles, and this is perhaps you rounding up the swords from an ongoing battle that you can now rest from. Strong messages of rest from the conflict. This could be a period of coming out of conflict, picking your battles, thinking wisely, choosing wisely, Capricorn. This isn't the time for the aggression. This isn't the time for that kind of energy. It's the time for pulling back completely. Pulling back all the way and seeing where it is that you can reserve that energy. It's, you've won for the most part. And whatever you can collect, be it, lessons that you've learned in your head, because swords are intellectual thoughts. They're not tangibles, they're not things necessarily. So see where it is that you can take the cue and just learn the lessons and learn that the value of the lesson was perhaps really, really necessary for the juncture that you're at in your life. And with a bit of rest, I think there will be a lot of clarity. There is a real need to pull back, Capricorn, and just slow down. There is a real need to pick your battles at this moment and just accept that this one you've won, and there's no need to exert any more conflict energy or any more aggression in a certain direction. I think it's time to address the fact that that battle or that being in that conflict energy hasn't really, I mean, yeah, you've won it, but I don't know. I just feel like it's time to put it down and move on. Like, rest from it. Let's get some more messages for Capricorn. Thank you, everybody that's joining me. I hope you've all been having a wonderful Thursday and are getting ready for this weekend. We're looking forward to the sun, moving into the sign of Aries on the 20th, moving into a fire sign, a new beginning, the ignition of the zodiac cycle. A headstrong month of really charging forward, but for some reason end of March is really telling you, Capricorn, to slow all the way down, to rest, put the conflict to one side. Let's get some more messages for Capricorn for mid-month March 2021. Do remember to like the videos, like the video, guys, and one question, one card, 1111 at PayPal, Ruby Reads Tarot. Let's get some more cards for Capricorn for mid-month. Remember, you don't need to be a Capricorn for this message to resonate. If you're here for a reason. Let me know where you guys are watching from, and do participate in the chat box. Let's get some more cards for the sign of Capricorn for the mid-month of March 2021. Capricorn, I think, like I was saying, Ace of Pentacles. There's messages about that are tied to your financial abundance that are going to come through to you once you get some rest and once you get out of conflict energy. So I would really use the rest of March, or actually as soon as possible, like as soon as this message gets delivered to you, to see what you can do to round up that conflict energy and just kind of put it to one side and get the required sleep that you need. Okay, let me get rid of this now. Ace of Pentacles. There is, Capricorn, some sort of win, financial abundance, good luck, good fortune, a time of opportunity that brings fruitful abundance that's kind of on the horizon. It's kind of here now. Aries season is a time where there is, it's brightness, there's high prospects, you know. There is hope. And there's hope in the abundance that's about to come in. There's a lucky win. There's a payout. There is someone booking your services. There is some sort of financial abundance, maybe a financial upgrade. Like the money's arriving and the money is beginning to really look good. And it's kind of a test of your will and your wisdom. And it's kind of up to you to see now that Pisces season was closing out a cycle, so it might be the end of financial worries, because there's a lot of money here and it looks like it's about to come forward once you give yourself some rest in another dimension, another domain, another way, like mental rest even. Ooh, that card shot right out. The Hanged Man, Pisces energy, Pisces season. Listen, Capricorn, there's a real need to kind of hang out and just slow down a minute. Like, so much so where it's like complete suspension of all activity. There's a need for like self-illumination. There is definitely the real need for just use the rest, especially of Pisces season, to kind of just try and let the messages come through. There's some sort of self-illumination, like highlighting to yourself what you could have done better or what you should be doing better moving forward. If I can gauge correctly, I think you might actually be in a phase of like hermiting, possibly just this hangman situation. Oh, Capricorn. It's almost like slowing all the way down to let the abundance come to you. You've got to let it come to you, Capricorn. Stop chasing. Stop trying. Stop pushing. Let it come to you. And the hangman is self-illumination, and that could actually mean, I've got the judgment card here, hold on. That a suspended decision or a decision that you can't avoid making now might need a little bit of the pause button or the brakes being pressed on it. You might need to hold on a moment and reassess a decision that you were about to make. You might need to still stick around. Either way, this judgment is a decision that is like the final decision kind of thing. It's the make it or break it kind of moment. Welcome, Capricorn. Remember, you don't have to be a Capricorn for this reading to resonate. If you've got a question, it's one question, one card, 1111 at PayPal Ruby Reads Tarot. To book a reading, it's rubyreadstarot.com. Don't forget to like the video, guys, and let's get some more messages for Capricorn for mid-March. Let's get some more cards for Capricorn mid-March. Capricorn, let's see what the cards say. The Star card and the King of Wands. Fire sign energy, Aquarius energy. As we move into Aries season, there's some sort of help that comes forward. It's a lot of good luck, like a lot of hope. You know, this is like having high hopes. A decision that you make where you might need to just kind of still illuminate yourself on a few bits and facets of it. With the arrival of Aries season, some sort of help arrives and there's a possibility of making some sort of dream come true. Could be in regards to financial matters. I think, Capricorn, if your solar plexus energy has been shot, or you just haven't been taking the time to light it up, now would really be a good time to take this cue from the King of Wands and see what you can do to push a bit more energy into that solar plexus region. If your confidence is down, if you are not your charismatic self, kind of see where it is that you could adopt more King of Wands qualities by being a bit more dynamic, confident, charismatic. The Star card is Aquarius energy, and we have stepped into the age of Aquarius, and this is kind of expanding and broadening our horizons and working with the community and seeing where it is that you can find this new place within a new community or building your own community. The prospects of making a dream come true in regards to your money. Welcome, Junior. Welcome, everybody watching. I hope you're all having a fabulous Thursday. Let me know where you're watching from. Hey, Junior, where are you from again in the world? The Star card is the prospect of hope. And I want to say, Capricorn, don't lose hope, especially in this period where a bit of readjusting your confidence, your work on that solar plexus might be a key that you find works for you in Aquarius season, and how you might actually grasp the fact that this low confidence might really need, like, this solar plexus needs a reignition because money's hanging off of it. There's like money involved here. Dreams that you might need to rechannel into. Bring the hope back alive. 2 cards for you, Capricorn. The 2 of Pentacles and the Magician card. I don't know. I feel like there's a need to go back in time to a time where you were really like manifesting, or you were your best self, or you were really in your confidence. Long Island, New York, welcome, welcome. Capricorn, you might have to revisit a period in your life where you were really your magician, your best magician self, like your most powerful, your most confident, your most resourceful. And just spend a moment, especially these last few days of Pisces season, to revisit that time in your life. And maybe try and look for some cues and see what it is that you were doing in those times that really had you in an energy of confidence. And see what it is that you could probably do right now to channel into that energy. Breaking away from certain cyclical cycles and just kind of getting off a really bumpy roller coaster ride might free up some mental space for you to get into your magician bag and start manifesting, because you seem to have all the tools, and there might need to be a redirection of your own energy from being really like caught up in a loop of negativity and really transmuting that into seeing how you've actually got all the tools you need, and with a bit of like perspective and broadening of your perspective, you might be manifesting a lot easier, or your manifestations might be a lot easier. Let's get some more messages for Capricorn. I don't think you're stuck. I just think you need to work on your confidence, your solar plexus. And I think you need to take your focus off of this 2 of Pentacles, which is just like really quite small, and just see where you can like expand your thinking a little bit more. Maybe see where you can, look at the bigger picture a little bit. The future plans with the Star card, what you're aiming for in about 10 years. And the 2 of Pentacles is unstable energy. It's just too focused on the now. Like, what am I feeling now? If I don't feel good, that's it. Like, my now is not good. As opposed to like, okay, I don't feel good right now. What can I do to change? I've got all the tools that I need to be able to change and make a change in my mood. The 9 of Pentacles. You want to be more abundant or feeling a lot more affluent than you are right now. And I don't think that it's too far off, Capricorn. I really don't think like you're too far off of this 9 of Pentacles. But there does need to be like a massive awakening, like wake up call, like wake up, Capricorn. You're literally at the brink of a lot of abundance here. And there are sides of you, and Pisces season is all about that duality, that might need to be a little bit more emotionally intelligent, especially when it comes to your finances, especially when it comes to your money, like your money map, how you think about money and where that goes back to, and how that defines your value, like how rich you are defines how important you are in the world, kind of thing. The prospect to look beyond that is definitely once you're given yourself the right kind of rest, not just the, okay, I'm going to lay down, but I've still got my phone in my hand and there's lots of Wi-Fi signals still like radiating my brain and cooking me from the inside out. Just detox, Capricorn, because once that rest is kind of overtaking the inertia there is a process that takes place which allows new growth, which allows a new flux, a new cycle, a new energy to kind of come surging in. And it is energy of finance. And it is energy that makes you feel better about where you're at in your life. But if you're trying to get to that creative process from trying to go from 2 of Pentacles to 9 of Pentacles without, doing the necessary application work, which is, let's face it, the Magician card and the King of Wands. It's got to be a lot of self-drive, isn't it? It's got to be self-driven. It's got to be confidence with courage, with tenacity, with dynamicness. You are, you're in this period where the help comes, the Star card, the hope is there. The money comes through and you see yourself a lot better. But the lesson here is almost like, don't put your worth and value, don't make your financial abundance or your levels of financial abundance be the measuring stick that you use for your self-love or your self-value, or how you then let other people value you or treat you. You don't have to be like a successful entrepreneur to have love or to have the respect of a fellow human being, Capricorn. And the more you would stop diminishing yourself and putting yourself in a cyclical loop of this relationship with money where it is very volatile, and it can be quite hard and it can be quite like frustrating because it's really like cyclical, it's routine. The end of March, you really get a chance to work on your financial abundance, but it has to do with you expanding your frame of mind, the way you've done things. It comes out with the Star card, the expansion of your consciousness. And there is something that you need to think outside of the box with here, Capricorn. Let's get some more cards for mid-month. I think this message is done. Let's get some more cards. Remember, guys, it's one question, one card, 1111 at PayPal Ruby Reads Tarot. To book a reading, visit www.rubyreadstarot.com. You don't have to be a Capricorn for this reading to resonate, but if you are and you'd like to receive the message, give it a thumbs up. Let's get some more messages for Capricorn. Nine of Wands and the Two of Swords. Again, Capricorn, it's so heavily focused on how you're trapped or how you're stuck or how you're bound or how heavy things are and how you feel like you're surrounded by a lot of burdens. But Two of Swords shows that that really is kind of you putting yourself voluntarily in a place of a bit of short-sightedness or failing to see that you've got your defenses up and it's a bit unnecessary and it can be frustrating. And sometimes that is the catalyst to a lot of feeling burdened, and a recce, like an internal recce, will really serve you so well at the moment, because it's like you're nearing the end of a cycle and you come into the end of this month and it's like, right, here you are with your final lesson. This is the final lesson, Capricorn. This Two of Swords is definitely mastery, but it's like you don't need to spend so much time in your head, especially if it's pinching. Do you know what I mean? Like, stop putting a lot of that pressure on you. It's a bit unnecessary because you need to rest. So pay attention to this bit, Capricorn. Like, that burdensome thing that you're doing to yourself at the moment is a little bit more like a warning sign to pay attention to the fact that you're not actually like going to be doing this forever, this burdened bit. Just take that as a bit of like an energy warning. Like, just be careful where you're putting your energy. Magician cards come out again. and the Ten of Swords. You're at the end of a cycle, and I think it's a cycle that you'll be really grateful to be at the end of, because I think it was quite draining, and I think it kind of took everything it needed to take, and you gave all that you needed to give, and it may have felt like it was a bit of a period where a lot of stuff was putting you back, and I think you'd be glad to be on the other side of it, Capricorn, for sure. But the Magician card is like, okay, it's the end of a cycle for sure, but how are you manifesting now moving forward? What is destiny for you now? What is luck for you now? And if you decide to really apply, and if you decide that, you know, you've got everything that you need to bring forward this new future that you want. I have been resting lately. It was much needed. Yeah, I felt this exhaustion, like a pain in the butt kind of exhaustion with Capricorn energy. And it's like, you know, you're tired, you know, you're frustrated, and you know, you're tired because you're not really resting, but you're trying to rest, but you're not resting. And it's just causing this inertia, which is like highlighting just how dead and done a certain cycle is. It could be with someone, it doesn't have to be, but the Magician card is the possibility of you bringing back to life parts of yourself that you didn't know you had, or parts of yourself that you really missed. And Capricorn, it might be a bit of time to make some magic, you know. It might be time to accept that you're at the end of a cycle and it's been a bit painful, and you can plug it up and get a bit of rest. Let's get another message for Capricorn. If you guys have any questions, it's one question, one card, 1111 at PayPal Ruby Reads Tarot. To book a reading, it's www.rubyreadstarot.com. Do give the video a thumbs up if you would like to claim this 10 of Pentacles. But Capricorn, you leave March financially looking at a prospect that might have you set up for a while. And this could be the kind of business that involves, like, it's industrious, so it might mean that you're in it for the long term. A real possibility of attracting money into your cycle and being part of something that's quite stable, and something that might keep you for a really long time. I would say where it is, wherever you can, work with people. And I mean, like, really work with them, as opposed to doing it by yourself or feeling like it needs to be done all by you. You know, delegate a bit of that control. This is a really happy family, by the way. This card is about having the perfect family structure set up. So if things have been at home difficult, or within a marriage difficult, or within a family structure difficult, there's an end to that. And there is this new beginning, and 10 is the end of a cycle and the start of a new one. So expect the end of March to lighten up, and for things at home to get a lot easier and a lot nicer. 1717 on the clock. And moments of synchronicities happening where you can't avoid the magic. So take a moment to appreciate how much good has come to you through the transition that was Pisces season. There's a lot of growth happening, Capricorn, and take cue from the season. Like, really grow where you can. Cather Love, hi Ruby, how are you? I'm good, thank you, dear. How are you? Yeah. A real possibility for a happy home. Feeling like you belong somewhere, like the family unit at some point. 29:29 on the clock, guys. I think I'm going to sign out now. Thank you so much, Capricorn, for joining. If you'd like to book a reading, it's www.rubyreadstarot.com, and to donate to the channel, it's PayPal at Ruby Reads Tarot. Is that card the 10 of Pentacles? It is indeed the 10 of Pentacles. It's a card, a lot of family, wealth, and abundance. It's stability, it's growth, it's the part you play within something. The help of and support of dear ones, loved ones. I think that will be a rock. Enjoy the end of March, Capricorn. Thank you so much for joining. I love you guys so much. Take care, and I shall catch you again soon. Bye.